Hey guys, Snupy here. So with 9.1.5, hopefully around the corner, we don't really know when it's going to be out. As of now, there's no updates on it that I know of for like a release date, but I'm assuming it's going to be out like within a few weeks, maybe like the 3rd of November, the 10th, 2nd and 9th for NA. But hopefully kind of soon, in a few weeks. So we're going to cover the changes that are coming to Druids and Pharaohs in general. Right here, I have a notepad with some stuff. We're going to cover the new forms. I'll show the new forms that's coming. 4 trial forms, a fell bear, and just like the general changes that are coming too. Starting off, like one thing just quickly, it's like the AoE cap is getting removed, which was on Brutal Slash and Swipe. This doesn't really affect PvP. I'm a PvPer, but maybe in like BGs it could matter. But basically swipe and slash with the damage now beyond 5 targets instead of being capped to 5. But the damage beyond 5 targets is going to be reduced. So if you PvE, it's definitely a big thing. But yeah, next up we have the forms though, which I'll show now. We find them here. Here they are. So we have the... Let's check the Fellbear first. The Fellbear form from the new Mage Tower that's coming, or like the old Mage Tower is coming back. Sadly, there's none of the Legion cat forms, which were really cool. But the Hulk form is quite unique, so it's nice that we get a chance to get this again, as I personally missed out. But yeah, it's like a Fell Hulk Bear form. Pretty cool in my opinion. Definitely going to be worth getting. Once it's out, I'll make a guide on how to get it. Once I figure it out myself. But yeah, this is pretty hype. And then for the new travel forms that are coming, we have these. So there's 4 new forms. And two colors of each form. So we have this moth form. A raven. I think the raven is the best one. This is like definitely going to be my new form. Flight form. The bat. It's decent, and then this Arden build, I don't know what it's called, horse. I have no idea. A dog, I don't know. It's pretty cool though. So yeah, some new cosmetic stuff for Druid, which is always nice. But yeah, now on to like more of the gameplay affecting stuff. So let's go. All right, so now more about the gameplay affecting stuff, and yeah, overall, there's not much happening. But there are a few changes that might be quite big, especially one to Fleshcraft, which we're going to talk about soon, that might actually affect like our Covenant choice a bit. It's kind of hard to say right now, but yeah, we're going to get to that in a bit. Starting off, we got Swarm. It's getting changed a bit from 25-yard jump range to 50 yards. So it's a buff. I'm not sure how much it's going to matter really in Arena, but that's kind of nice. It's not going to jump to a friendly target if it expires on a friendly target and there are no valid hostile targets within 50 yards. So that's also quite nice. I don't see like which situation this would really like change much in, but it is a buff, and we take those, even though small one, and it doesn't really matter, but it might. Who knows? Next up, Swarm is not gonna get a damage bonus for the initial duration when casting with Fury. I assume this is like on the actual damage of it. So we test now actually for Fury, Swarm. This one takes for 777. And now I can try without Fury in like 15 seconds. See if it's less than 777. But yeah, so that's also like a very slight buff. It doesn't really matter because it doesn't really do much damage anyways. So yeah, but let's see now how much it's gonna be. Turn it over, and yeah, 654. So a small buff. Oops. But nothing really big at all. And now before there's an issue with that Carnivore's Instincts, or like certain ranks of it, would increase the auto attack damage and pre-auto damage while Fury bonus was active. And this is kind of big. I don't really know like which ranks these were. But that is kind of big if it was like the rank I was using. I'm not sure. But yeah, issue fix, that's good. It's a bug fix. That is also like a slight buff, I guess, as I wasn't doing anything before on certain ranks, on the auto attacks and periodic damage. Next up, we have probably like the biggest and most impactful change for Feral Druid coming the next patch, and this is the Fleshcraft nerf. So Fleshcraft was really good for Feral Druids because of all the health modifiers we have, also like Rests and Boomies. But yeah, as Feral had, we have Bear form, Strength of the Wild, Ursine, the Conduits, this one, when you enter Bear form, you get more HP. There were so many modifiers that it became like a really, really big shield. And this is getting nerfed quite hard next patch. Fleshcraft is going down from 40 to 30%. But now also once the gates actually begin, or the gates open and the match begins, the shield is reduced to your actual HP, or 30% of your actual HP. So it's gonna stop you from having like that big shield in the beginning of games. I guess you could still kind of shield like after gates open, and get the value out of Ursine, but that's not that big at that point then. And usually you're not gonna be playing strength, but sometimes you will. So you can still get the big shield sometimes mid game. But yeah, this is like pretty significant, but it's not game breaking, and I think Feral would just fine defensive wise as well. And yeah, next up we have I'd say like it's a nerf, but it does not matter Feral really, as it's to the healing effects of Swarm. It's nerfed by 5%. So I guess like if you want to regen yourself, like Swarm regen, which you sometimes do, it's gonna heal 5% less, but that's not too bad either. Thankfully it's not the DPS of Swarm, because that would have been a pretty big nerf. And then next up we have the Strength of the Wild. Is getting quite hard nerfed actually. So instead of critting 100% on the heal, it's gonna do only 30% crit chance. Wait. PvP is disabled. One sec. There we go. You can see now. Run the PTR by the way right now. It crits. Alright. I don't know if they didn't do it yet. But I'm critting every heal right now. But yeah, so the initial heal is supposed to not crit every time. This guy's wondering what's happening right now. So I assume that's gonna be happening soon. To Strength of the Wild. Wait, let's see. Maybe it's getting lucky right now. I mean, yeah, here it says it should have 30% chance. Let's try again. Nope. It's critting every single time. Alright, so I'm not quite sure about that, but I'm sure it's going to be getting nerfed soon, as it says. So yeah, those are the changes and kind of new stuff coming to Druids and Ferals in the next patch. Hope the video was informative, and I'll see you guys soon. Alright guys, I forgot one thing before I wrap the video up, and that is talking about the Covenant towards the next patch. So with this like Fleshcraft nerf, it might make the gap between Kyrian and Knife and Necrolord just like smaller. I say right now we have like Necrolord up here, Knife, and then like Kyrian like slightly below, but like Necrolord is just way above at the moment. So this should kind of like make that gap a little bit smaller. But I do still think Necrolord will still be the best by a mile. This guy's pumping. Move away a bit. I think Necrolord will still be the best one by quite a bit. But Convoke, I think, is looking quite promising for next patch. And it's definitely going to be like a viable option, as it is now, but even more than last patch. So yeah, again, Necrolord still king. I think that's my prediction, and that's going to be the most likely scenario, unless like further nerfs happen. Convoke is going to be a bit like closer to Necrolord, and Kyrian might actually like become more meta again, as it's more tanky than Knife, and also has the nice burst. So once Fleshcraft is nerfed, maybe it's going to be able to shine a bit more. But time will tell, and hope you guys have fun in the new patch once it's out, and see you guys soon. Bye bye.